Hey, what's up, family? It's Eric Freedom, and I'm here with Luke Carsana, and I'm the founder of Reason Fitness. Luke is our head coach and director of coach development. And together, we have 25 plus years of experience in coaching fitness, nutrition, and wellness. And our mission here is to develop happier, healthier people in the San Gabriel Valley and the greater LA area today. And today, we are talking about the top 10 crucial aspects of health and fitness.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna shotgun style it today. It's gonna be a quick episode, shotgun style. I'm gonna say a word. You're gonna say it's like a taboo. I'm gonna say a word. You're gonna say quick 30-second drop on what you think about that topic.
All right,
okay,
let's do it.
Top 10 crucial aspects of health and fitness. Number one, nutrition.
Eat enough protein.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
If you're not eating enough protein, you just can't expect any sort of change in your body. So,
Good one.
yeah.
I would say aim for whole foods, less processed junk, and listen to your body.
Love it.
Number two, movement, physical activity. Go.
Put resistance on your body, a.k.a. lift some sort of weight. Doesn't have to be heavy. It just needs to be challenging for where you're at.
Oh, that's good. I would say find something you love that's a physical activity. Get yourself to move and find something that you'll do forever.
Yeah.
Number three, mindset, mental health.
Mindset and mental health. Oh, that's one I actually don't think about as often. But I will say this. Something that's helped me in terms of my mindset and my mental health is establishing a routine. Create an expectation for yourself so that way you don't feel like you're just making decisions on your health and fitness based off of how you feel in the moment. You're making decisions based off of what you've committed to as a person.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. Create that routine. Make sure you create an expectation for yourself. That's key.
Yeah. That's good. I would say for me, my shotgun answer would be, I think that one thing I've learned in 10 years is that our emotional and psychological states and health are just as important as our physical body. So we have to tend to them just as much as we would our physical body.
Yeah.
So whether that mean, I don't know, having a practice of mindfulness, scheduling your stuff well, seeking outside help therapy, journaling, or just having some type of reflective practice is crucial.
Love it.
Number four, rest and recovery.
I mean, this goes back to the food thing, but I will say this is eating enough food for your lifestyle, for the type of training that you enjoy, and then also for your goals is extremely important. And most people do not know how much to eat for themselves, like for each person, you know? And so until you figure that out, that's just always going to be like a guessing game. And then once you figure it out, it's not about doing it. It's really about how to get there. That is, I think, the toughest part. So that's going to be a huge aspect. And then I would just say, like, sleeping enough, whether it's taking naps throughout the day. If you're a mom, if you're a shift worker, you may need to take naps throughout the day. If you have the ability to sleep 7+ hours a night, that is huge in your ability to make progress in your health and fitness.
That's good, man. I almost don't have anything to add to that. I would say what I would add to that, my shotgun answer would be, when it comes to rest and recovery, I think one of the big focuses that, like, I love the approach that you just said about having, thinking about nutrition, because most people don't think about nutrition when it comes to rest and recovery. They think about nutrition when it comes to weight loss, weight gain, right? And changing your composition.
Yeah. Totally.
But that's a huge one. Nutrition is a huge key player in rest and recovery, because rest is really how our body heals, grows, and rejuvenates.
Yeah.
Right. So, but mine would be the biggest one as a parent that I've seen, honestly, even in the last 60 days, is aiming for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep and then listening to your body is key. I personally have had seasons, a 6-year season of sleeping on average on and off 3 to 5 hours, maybe 6 hours a night.
Yeah.
And then I forgot what it was like to get 7 hours a night. And I've been getting 7 to 9 hours in the last 60 days, and I feel like a different human.
Yeah.
So
that's
a good one. Number 5, hydration.
Hydration. Well, first of all, I think people need to realize like what hydration actually serves for a lot of people, and just on a fundamental basis, like if you do not drink enough water, number one, your metabolism will slow down. Like that is huge. Like you will literally not be able to digest food as fast. Number two, you will slow down your muscle recovery. So if you're sore, you will be sore for a longer period of time if you do not drink enough water. And then number three, you will not feel like you probably have enough energy to do very basic tasks throughout the day. You can experience huge and impactful progress and benefits from all these three things if you just drink enough water.
Good. I would just add a tactical tip of adding on to what you said, enough water. And I would say a great start would be just drinking your body weight in pounds, in ounces, half your body weight in ounces as a starting point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Number 6, connect. So social connection, like just connection in general.
Yeah. I mean, as it pertains to like health and fitness, I would just say find models, find mentors who you look up to, who live a lifestyle that you would ideally like to live, not regarding like their career, but more so you use this word a lot, but like the vitality in which they are able to approach their career and their family or whatever else is their priority in their life because of the way that they prioritize their health and fitness. Like I really love seeing people who have main priorities in life that are not their health and fitness, but they can show up to those main priorities because they prioritize their health and fitness. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be a huge one.
Yeah. I think when I think about connect is just the biggest thing that I think about is it's harder to do it alone. Can you do it alone? Maybe, but the truth is that nobody really does.
Yeah.
So, and I think if anything we've learned from COVID and just being in nearly solitary confinement for some people is that the worst punishment is to isolate yourself out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the worst. Like, I think that maximum being in imprisonment, like solitary confinement, is the worst kind of punishment. Like, I think that's why even the death penalty is like, they say that's that's the worst penalty, but I feel like being in a cell by yourself for the rest of your life is the worst.
Yeah.
So seeking out social connections where you can, what I would encourage you is exactly, like, find people around you that are pursuing the things that you want to grow in or pursue, and run hard together in that direction.
Yeah.
Quick story. I know I'm trying to keep it quick on these shotgun answers, but a good example of riding together is this idea of if you ever watch cyclists, right? Like you watch the Tour de France, right? There's a group of cyclists that ride together, and versus one rider riding, one rider can only ride so fast. But when he rides in a group, when they create a V formation or whatever formation they do in cycling, or a line formation, they literally create a draft, and the group moves together faster with less effort. So that's what I think of when I think about connection.
Love it.
Number 7, stress and management of stress.
I would say for this one, this is one that I'm not very good at yet, and that I'm actually getting better at. But I would say create buffer and have margin for the things that you are doing in between the things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis. I've noticed that when I force myself to have time between things, I do not come in stressed to those things. I can come in very present to those things. So yeah, that's a huge one for me.
My shotgun answer for when it comes to stress is just the first step to tactically addressing it is realizing that you are stressed. So maybe even especially for high performers, we don't like to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, I just and I do that a lot. I got an argument with my wife about that last night. Right. And it's the truth is dude, you are stressed out, and I'm overstimulated, and realize that, you know what, I'm stressed out. It's okay to be stressed out, but what steps am I going to take next?
Yeah.
But just even starting off by realizing the management of your stress is key in playing a vital role to your health and wellness.
Yep. Totally.
Number 8, I asked you this earlier, but for me, I'll kick this one off. But regular medical checkups, and the reason why I say this is just when I think of medical checkups, I think of a regular check-in with your doctor or coach, and because prevention is better than a cure.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
And it's so regular check-ins allow you to detect anything that might be going on that you might not be aware of through blood work, and blood work is a good sign of how you've been taking care of yourself from the last 3 months to the last few years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm regularly not good at this because I literally have not been to the doctors in 4 years. But that's also because my doctor was like, "Hey, Luke, this is going to sound crazy. I'm not trying to bash my doctor, but he was like, "Hey, you don't need to come back. You're good, you know." Yeah. But I also think that that's because that is a result of the preventative measures that I have placed in my life. Sure. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not saying I shouldn't go to the doctor, but what I am saying is he has literally labeled me as someone within the scope of all the type of people that he meets
Sure.
as someone who
Oh.
probably needs the doctor as like
yeah.
less than the 99% of the people
yeah,
that he
top
meets.
1%
You know what I'm
for sure,
saying?
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so quick way to just get into that would be annual physicals, dental checkups,
Yeah.
eye exams. Great start. Number 9. What are some ways environmental health? So creating an environment, not like what you're thinking of, but creating an environment that helps you be healthy. What does that look like?
Yeah. I mean, the first one that I think of is like what types of resources to food do you have in your home? You choose what food you bring into your home. So at the end of the day, if you are snacking in the middle of the night, if you are going out to go get some food, like these are all your decisions. Your health markers on that end is just a result of your decisions on what you allow or don't allow into your home. And so that's going to be a huge one. Is like I'm not saying throw out all your snacks. I'm just saying maybe put them on a highest shelf in the house so that way you have one more step to think about before you actually decide to have a bag of chips or something like that. That's something small. What was the question again though? I want to say
environmental health. How like your surroundings.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I would just say that's a huge one. Like your at-home environment, does it actually position you to be successful in your health and fitness?
That's good. I would add a really simple one to that. Is just does your environment or your spaces make you happy? I was in Sausalito. I don't know if you know what that is. It's like a little, it's like a little island off of San Francisco. And one of the things that I stood by the beach and it made me happy standing there looking at the water.
Yeah.
So a simple tip to just apply that to your everyday environment is does your environment make you happy?
Yeah.
Or does it stress you out?
Yeah.
Something simple like that. Do you have greenery? Do you have stuff like that?
Yeah. And I'll add this last thing. If your environment does not make you happy, it is no one else's responsibility but yours to go change it. No one else. Good. You have to go do it yourself.
That's good. Number 10, the last one is in regards to your health, continuous learning. How does continuous learning make you healthy?
Yeah. I would just say this is no one's going to feel the desire to learn more until they reflect on where they're currently at. And the reason why is because learning has it's interesting. In my experience, I've only wanted to learn things whenever I feel like I'm at a deficit of that thing, right? And so, but the reality is that I'm not constantly thinking about the deficits that I'm at. I'm constantly thinking about what I'm good at and what I'm trying to get better at in that way.
That's good.
But the only way that I'll think about my deficits is if I actually take a second and be like, hey, where am I actually at with maybe the skill sets that I'm at with coaching or the skill sets that I'm at with my own health and fitness? Do I have habits around that right now? And if I lack habits in that, then it's going to be about identifying what I lack and then being like, all right, I think it's time for me to invest in my learning for those specific things. Yeah.
That's good. When I think of continuous learning, I just think of one of our core values within our staff, which is just being growth-oriented and solution-oriented. And I think part of having a healthy, happy mind is just having a mind that thrives on new experiences and knowledge.
Yeah.
So whether it's reading a book, taking up a new hobby, or engaging in courses, or learning a new skill that stimulates your mind, I think the key to happy, healthy life is just learning continuously.
Yeah.
An easy application of this, if you're looking for something tactful, is I actually 2 years ago did marriage counseling for a 12-week period with my wife.
Yeah.
And 99% of people, the therapist was like, dude, 99% of people come into therapy because they have a problem. Their marriage is bad.
Yeah.
They're in shambles and they're trying to fix something.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's weird that you're here to try to improve your marriage.
Yeah.
Right. So it's what it reminded me of what you said about, it's not even there doesn't need to be something wrong. You could just have the posture of just wanting to get better.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
And so out of that, it improved my mindset, improved my relational connections, so emotional health.
Yeah.
And then and improved my marriage as well.
Yeah.
So it gave me this desire to improve. It doesn't have to come from a place of deficit.
Yeah.
From a place of I just want to grow.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So those are our top 10s. There you have it.
That's all we got today, fam.
That's all we got today. You can find more of this content on our YouTube page, Reason Fitness, or the Finding Reason podcast on Instagram. Give us a follow for more free content, resources, and conversations around strong and sustainable solutions with your health and fitness. That's our top 10. Have a good one.
Peace.